Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends to go over my rare team that I use for the Dragons tournament. I'm number 3 global, but it's really not about that. What it is about is getting the AI to attack the person you want to. So when you're going through the waves, who do you want to make sure the AI will always attack? Who do you want hit? You can make sure that happens, and that's what I did with my Apothecary, so I want to talk to you about that. We'll come and look at this gear in a minute. Let's go to a Dragons 20 run with our all rares that we've been doing. Now, a lot of people play this team. A lot of people played this Dragons team here for all rares. It's pretty much what people had leveled up because a stun bellower, if you look back at my stun tank bellower guide, he's amazing for everything in this game. Though I did, when this tournament started, I made them a little bit more offensive. So I came in here and I made this bellower hit harder. Before he didn't hit as hard, he had more HP, but I didn't go crazy, right? I didn't take a whole bunch of gear from everybody else and put it on him. I could have maybe to make it faster, but I did give him more crit because before I didn't care about crit, and I didn't change his mastery, so it didn't matter because I still have Fearsome Presence on there. You want that 5 extra % to stun with the stun artifacts on. You get the one also in there that you have a chance to apply leech is pretty cool. But here as well with my War Maiden, usually she's also not very offensive. She's really tanky. That way she never gets targeted, or when she gets hit when you're at the ball, she doesn't die. And that's how I like people to build her when they start off, right? When you're starting off, you build these champions with a lot of HP so they don't get targeted in the runs. And then when they get hit by the bosses out there, they can take the hit and they can keep going. It doesn't really matter about high defense when you're talking about the dungeons. Though if they are a defense champion, high defense is really good because you can shrug off a lot of that damage. It's not a big deal, but they will get targeted more often. So that's the main thing we're going to talk about. How do we get the AI to make sure they'll always go after my Apothecary? So what I had to do there is I went into the Apothecary and I took off every single piece of gear that he had on him that had any kind of HP on it whatsoever. Rings, substats, it didn't matter what it was. I took it all off of him. Of course, our helm's going to give us our base HP on there. There's nothing we can do about that. But you're going to see the gear he has. You're going to see everything else. And he's got high defense anyways. He's got a high defense, so I gave him everything defense I could do to make sure we get his HP low enough so that they will not attack my Cold Hearts if something were to go wrong. We'll do this run. We'll do a Fire Knight run. Then we'll break it down with the gear I have on him compared to the rest. So watch this here. Every once in a while, you're going to do this, right? Believe me, a lot of people played this team or similar teams to it. So it's not like I'm claiming this team or anything else. But what I'm saying is here is that you're going to see that if somebody slips through this, yes, we're doing a barrage of a whole bunch of stuns with our bellower, and we're locking them up like crazy. So they didn't get a chance to do anything, but I'm sure a Horden might slip through here. Let's see. I'm hoping. Come on. Well, I don't want to do a perfect run and have everyone locked up. That's not any fun. Come on. Anybody. There we go. Yes, AoE, we get it. Boom. Okay, so he attacked our Apothecary. Now, if our Apothecary dies here, it's not that big of a deal. If Horden breaks loose, he'll attack Apothecary too. Believe me, everybody will attack Apothecary. Always. I was hoping somebody else. There we go. It's always the crossbowman. He's the one that's slipping through there. So, in this sense, right, when I started running this, initially, before the tournament started, a couple hours before the tournament started, obviously I was having problems with if somebody did break through, they'd be coming after my Cold Hearts. So I lowered the HP as much as I possibly could on my Apothecary, and I made it so that they always attack him, right? He has really high defense, though, so that's good. Not super high defense, not something you could not obtain. It's only like 3,300, but for Dragons especially, it's not that bad. And again, if we really had a bad run, where people were breaking through, we weren't able to control them, we're not getting stuns off, we're not getting pushbacks, then obviously, if Apothecary dies and we get to the Dragon with these 4, we're still fine. We're still fine, easy day. So a minute and 30 seconds. I was running, I think the fastest time I would normally get would be a minute and 20 something up to a minute and 50. So it did vary a lot. But if you're running this non-stop like this on 20, that's why I got 3rd place. There were a couple nights when I got kicked out because they needed to relog or do something with the game. They were doing an update, so I did not get to go as high as I could go. But regardless, we're here to talk about what we do with this. So here, and I'm going to show you an example. We're going to change some gear. We're going to show another example. So here, my Apothecary would normally be attacked anyways. We're Fire Knight. He's magic. The other affinities are out here. What you would do is you would put an HP chest on your Cold Hearts, right? That's what everybody does anyways. If you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that when you do damage based off of enemy max HP, this attack portion is so small to make sure that they can survive and take hits and do what you need to do through these dungeons. you give your cold hearts a 60% HP chest. It is the best thing to do. I always go with critical damage gloves, HP chest, and speed boots. That's how I run my people like this. And you'll see that, normally you would see that sometimes maybe on my Septimus, on my Royal Guard. It depends on really what I'm running them through. If I'm doing a one shot where I don't have to worry about anything else, I probably have my Septimus built a little bit differently for spiders. So, but for the most part, that's what you would want to do if you're having problems. If you're coming up in the game, you would do that. So here, what I'm going to show you is, yes, he will still be targeted and he'll still be hit. But without that HP, right? Without some kind of HP, here if I get hit by this arrow in the middle, it's going to really hurt. It could probably almost one shot my guy, maybe not. And again, if I did make him even tankier, if there was a way I could push up even more defense on him or more HP at this point, it would be good for Fire Knight only. Because in Fire Knight they already want to go after him, but there is a point. Okay, so he didn't get crit that hard. I've taken him through just a minute ago before I was recording with you guys, and he got hit really hard. So here again, he's taking the hits. We know he's going to take the hits. But what we're going to do, yeah, we know we can beat this. We can beat this pretty fast too. What we're going to do is we're going to go give him HP. We're going to give him Apothecary HP. HP gloves, HP chest, and we're going to watch what happens. It'll make our Apothecary survivable, sure. He's already kind of, both ways survivable, right? But we want to make the AI attack Apothecary. What we're going to see here when I change his gear to HP, where's he at? What will happen with our cold hearts? Even though he is the weak affinity, like even though you would think they would always go after him no matter what. So defense, speed, anything else that really had HP on it, like this, I couldn't get rid of this 894. I wanted to, no defense there. No HP there, I'm sorry. Defense here as well, and then defense again. Then we've got resistance just with speed, just because I wanted some speed on here. It doesn't really matter. You could run anything you want here. You could run, resistance is good, you could run defense as well. All right, let's go ahead and try it out with Dragon. So now we have much more HP on our Apothecary. We're going to see how the AI interacts with this one. When we're coming through here, we're attacking everybody. See if anybody slips through here and who they attack. They'll more than likely will go after our Cold Hearts, even though our Cold Hearts have 37,000 HP each, which is still pretty good. There we go. You saw right away they went after the Cold Heart. And before, they were always going after Apothecary. So we kind of controlled where the AI is going. We didn't have to worry about doing provoking set. We didn't have to worry about all that. Even though provokes are amazing, because if they are an AoE champion, we stop them from doing that AoE. We have them do their A1 on provoke and attack that champion. It's amazing. But if you're not worried about that, if you just want to make sure that when they come out here, if somebody slips loose or does anything else, you can have the AI pretty much, you can pick and choose, depending on your gear, how to do that. Just by putting more and more HP on the person that's being targeted first, and putting less on who you want to get hit. Like your tanky person, your high defense person. Say you bring in a Seducer, say you bring in your Terrell, they have tons of defense. Somebody that's defense based, and you want to make sure they're the ones getting attacked. You just got to keep dropping that HP as much as possible and keep increasing the other people's HP, and you won't have that issue. You'll have it to where they will attack exactly who you want to attack, and you'll be able to get through very easily, which looks like we're going to actually make it through this. We made it through this one easy as well with the changed up Apothecary. I think he's a little slower, but that's it. All right, let's go look over gear after this about what we have for our champions. We'll look at our Cold Heart gear maybe really quick, and we'll look at what I switched up for our Apothecary, and then we'll look at the gear we got from the rewards, from the chest rewards. So just keep this in mind. It's very easy. It's very simple. I've talked about this before, but I did have to change it up for this so that we can make sure we get good runs through here, so that I wouldn't have any issues, like no fails. I did not want to have a situation where we would fail, basically is what it came down to. So our champion here, now he's up to, before he was down to, all this HP was off of him. And even before this, he had HP here and HP here. So he was rocking a lot of HP. With this added HP, he jumped up to 46,000. And then before that, we had our defensive gear on him, which dropped him to defense percentage, which would drop him to a total of, look at that, 30,000, which is below my 2 Cold Hearts. So if we go over to our 2 Cold Hearts here, and it needs to be, sometimes it has to be a lot more. Sometimes the difference needs to be much larger than that. But for here, it was working out fine for me. So here you can see that these Cold Hearts are at 38,000 for this one. We've got decent speed, critical damage, good accuracy. And on this Cold Heart, same thing. 37,000 and the same exact stuff. And we look at what we've got. We've got the chest, critical damage, HP percentage, speed boots. And this cold heart, same exact. So we're good to go. All right, let's see what rewards we got from this and if it was even worth doing this tournament. So I guess it's worth it right away because I got books. But I can tell you right now, if you're watching this, I doubt they will ever do a tournament again like this to where they're going to make you use specific champions the whole time, as in specific rare champions. They might say, again, like we've talked about, you need to bring in rares and you'll get extra points, but I really doubt they're going to say rares again. Plus, if they say rares in any other dungeon, it's really going to be a big deal because nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that at all rares. If they say bring a couple rares and you get extra points for those rares you bring, that's a whole different story. You can still get points in here and compete, but you're not forced to do all of one thing like that, right? It makes better sense, and I think everybody would enjoy doing it because look at how many people participated. Not that many people participated, and I think it's like this for everybody. And the people up here who did this were only doing it just so they could get some rewards because they saw that nobody else was really doing it. So we're going to claim these rewards here. Yes, thank you very much. And globally, I think I'm going to be able to get some epic books. That'll be nice. I ran a lot of energy, everybody. Let's look at this gear and see if the relentless set, see if we've got anything good out of this. Here it is, just regular epic. Whoa, really nice, really nice. Tell you what, let's sell that one. Let's sell this. Let's get this out of here. These, and let's look at what we have here so we can, we'll definitely upgrade that. This one can go, this one can go. Even if we hit critical damage 3 times or crit rate 3 times on that, attack with nothing, attack with no speed or crit for me, I don't need that. Attack with just speed, I still don't need that really, and same with those. I've got too much gear. I gotta be really picky. Okay, let's upgrade this one and see if we can get some hits into. If we get hits into a flat HP, then it's out of here too. I gotta sell this one as well. So I hope to help you out. I hope you've watched my other videos on how to kind of trick the AI to make sure the AI attacks the target that you want them to attack. It really does work. It works out really well for you. So use that. Even if you're going through faction wars and you're having the issue of the boss, like who should the boss, because I'm doing this a lot on my dwarf team, like who will the boss attack on your dwarf team when you're going through faction wars? Well, if you want that boss to only attack the one, then make sure they have really high defense, a low HP, and make sure everybody else bring their HP up a little bit if you need to. Just keep bringing their HP up a little bit, and you will see that boss, when you zone in, will always attack that person until they're dead. Really will. So it works out well in faction wars and anything else you do in the game. Of course, for clan boss, you want high defense across the board for everybody to get the most out of your clan boss. Look at this. Okay, you know what? Since I don't know how many weapons I have for that. I might actually keep this one. Let's see if we can get some speed hits here. So we are now up to our new fusion. I hope everybody's ready for it. It doesn't look that exciting. I am ready for a 2-time summon though. I can't wait for a 2-time summon to come out. I don't know why we're having another dragon event after we just had this dragon event, but that's okay. Everybody likes to farm dragons. It's a great place to farm, so I don't mind it that much. I'm going to sell this one as well, so we're out of here. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time, and I will see you guys all on a video soon.